What? What? What is he doing? Hello everyone, welcome to day 2 of the Nations Cup. Last day we saw day 1, 4 matches, all teams played so far, and today we are joining into the first pairing that one team is having 2 matches. With me today are Buzz Aldrin and Bildeskars. How are you doing, guys?
Hi, hello everyone. Hi, Wildhurst. Hi, Spooz. Thank you for having us here.
Oh yeah, another great opportunity to get to watch some fun cards games. So thank you for having me again, and I look forward to seeing what we got going on today.
Yeah, I have to thank you guys. Really nice that you help out here and do some nice casting. You did a great job last week, and yeah, looking forward to today's match together with you guys. So what are we seeing today here? We're seeing France versus Ukraine. France won their first match against Germany. Very, very strong first match from them. And Ukraine lost against Greece. So I think France a little bit in the favorite role here. But yeah, let's take a look at the standing of what is going on in Group A so far. So as I said, Greece and France won. So I think Ukraine is under high pressure here today to win their match, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They lost their first game to Greece, but I wouldn't say that they are in a really bad spot. I mean, looking at the roster, we have 2 players that managed to qualify to top 38 OCC, and Kobasnik is in top 6, so we're gonna see him in the final. So on the other hand, France has only 1 player in this top 38. So I'm quite excited to see if this will be reflected in the score and the performance today.
Absolutely. So talking about the teams, let's take a look at them. You said Team Ukraine with 2 top 38 finishes. I think it's Kowalski and Vadim then?
That's correct, yes. Kobasnik number 6 and Vadim finished at position 37.
Yeah, very impressive. So I think they definitely have the momentum on their side. Kobasnik, last match, played 2 games, won one of them. And Vadim and her Panpan both lost their games. So I think they have to get a little bit more lucky today, a little bit more punch, and then maybe bring Ukraine on the winning side here. So they're playing against France, and France again with a very strong lineup here. Look at the win rate from Patriarch. He played 4 Nation Cup games, won 3 of them, 75% win rate. I mean, Pat won it was game 5 that he won last match against Germany, so kind of the match winner there, and that also giving him a 100% win rate. And List unfortunately faced Darkness 2 times, so yeah, he should not be ashamed for losing both of his games. I think against Darkness you can easily lose, so nothing to be sad about. Yeah, what do you expect from today's match? A close one? I mean, Buzz, you already told Ukraine with some very good players on their sides that are also deep into the meta, as it seems. But yeah, Nations Cup is not all about meta decks, but also about being creative with the other formats like Pauper or Singleton. So do you think...
I agree. I think that there is one more aspect here that you didn't mention, is to actually anticipate and prepare what your opponents might bring. And I think that we will start seeing this week, right? Like the teams already know what kind of decks the other teams brought, who played when, who played what, and I'm really excited to see how they will respond to that. And that will also be definitely relevant in the current games.
Absolutely. So what's your guess here? What will be the final result?
I think that the game will be quite close. I would actually bet that Ukraine will win 3-2, taking into account their current or performance of the current players last season. What are you thinking, Wild?
I just get a little interest. I will say 3-2, but in France's favor this time. But I do agree it's going to be very close, as both teams have very good players, and we'll just see how they adapt to one of each other. Especially since this is game 2, both teams have gotten a chance to play already. So, and I'm personally leaning a bit towards more France, but I mean, like Spooz said, like anything can happen here.
So both expecting a very close series, and there we go already with the first match here.
Starting right off.
For Ukraine, we have Spuntamatite, and for France, we have TheArticle. Yeah, let's see if he can increase his win rate even more here. I mean, 75% is a good win rate.
Strong indeed. And looks like from Pun we're seeing.
Did we see artillery again?
I'm seeing a Katusha and 2 Greyhounds.
Yeah, but last time it was Soviet US. Now we have the US and Soviet, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it seems that TheArticle is bringing the same deck as last time. So which is Germany US or US Germany, I guess. I mean, so far we haven't seen any German card, but I expect that it's gonna be the same deck as last time, right?
I mean, it worked, right? So never change a running system.
Yeah. If it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
And I think what's playing a huge difference here is that TheArticle is going first right now. He's able to just get the front line right away. Set up what USA likes to do.
Yeah, that's so important. That's definitely so important when you're playing US. But he's able to. Pun is able to retake it. So let's see how. I expect that Nebelwaffe now will come and clean the front line again, and that will be also quite powerful move. Encounter offensive.
So there's a counter offensive. Okay. I haven't seen one of those. Ukraine really bringing out the old meta. I wonder if that's their strategy, trying to like take your opponent by surprise by just running old meta that is still strong.
But it's also interesting. You know, it's interesting to see if maybe those cards are still strong in the Pauper format, right? I mean,
exactly.
Might be. Like, since we don't know, since there's no Pauper meta, since there's no Pauper ladder, yeah, you don't know. So we'll see what's gonna happen.
And he's Pumpin here, choosing to take out the Nebel Warfare with his 2 sickles. That's well, that's minus 2 sickles there, but it does get rid of an artillery. Ooh.
Yeah, I really wonder how he's intending to retake the front line. It's so crucial. As you can see now, the Sherman draw started, and then
he's already got 2 more Shermans in hand, ready to refill his hand at any time. Here, Pumpun under a bit of pressure here.
That's actually also quite interesting to see the Chocolate Boys together with the Winter Warfare. That's
they're just gonna.
Yeah, that's kind of usually. I remember when the counteroffensive deck started to emerge after this card was introduced. That the Chocolate Boys kind of disappeared and were replaced with the cards that have more health, right, to be able to exactly damage them without killing them. Now he's not able to play it, even though there are a lot of units on board, right? That would be great target for the counteroffensive, or a great situation, right? Like you have 6 units, 60 damage units would be quite crazy setup, but I guess he's intending to first clear the front line, retake it, and keep this counteroffensive for later.
Oh yeah, most definitely. He had that 1 credit. It would have been funny to see the Winter Warfare right here, just clear his own board, but not the smartest play. And we're gonna see how TheArticle.
Definitely not, yeah.
Definitely spectacular, but maybe not so strategically wise. Right? Yeah, and then another threat in the front line. But this he can clear actually, right? Let's see.
Is he gonna run 2 Chocolate Boys into the Sherman? And yep, that's what we're gonna see.
Going to Bounce with the half track. Oh, he's going Katyusha. Okay. Also a good idea. Might die to the Sherman.
So he's able to clear that thing, but you know, we see here in Patriarch's hand, he's just got, he's got draw, he's got just ways to flood the board once again. Also have his own chocolate ways. Unfortunately, having two of them already in hand, but I think at this point that's not the biggest worry right now to him.
And now it's going to be a power move. I assume that he will trade and then use this Winter Warfare to clear everything. Right?
Wow, that coming in huge.
Yes.
There you go.
Tempo Sherman.
Sad to see. Sad to see, you know.
Yeah, I'm also asking myself, Sherman. Is there any target for the P51 Mustang in Patriarch's deck? Probably not.
Probably not.
The only card that comes to mind is the Trop, because that's a limited, no? So,
oh yeah, you're correct. That might be a thing in his deck, but Mustang not killing it, unfortunately.
Yeah, not gonna be enough if he's able to get the full buff. Retreating there, just Poon trying to get some sort of board presence here.
Oh, and the second California. That's also going to be as powerful.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it's quite crazy in this format. Yeah, let's see if we will see any DFAs. That would be a good response to it. But for now, the hand is quite.
And I'm seeing here second California into We Can Do It. That just so hard to remove a unit to the second California.
Yes.
Let's see. Wonder if he's gonna go for even more draw, like greedy, but I mean, not the worst play because you get another 4/4 body onto the field. Doesn't have any targets for his half tracks.
Yeah, okay, he will draw. Flampanzer, Stars and Stride.
Yeah, we're just seeing the classic US. I want the front line. I want to keep it.
I wonder if he's expecting actually to have the counter offensive because yeah, the more damaged units, the more risky the play. But maybe yeah, you wouldn't expect this. So let's see if this can come as a surprise, right? Would be quite.
Question is he already going for it? I mean, it's +6, +3, right?
Yeah, he could use the sickle. He could use Katyusha to damage even more. Yes. Oh.
Ooh. So fortunately not able to go face, but still though.
Getting rid of that Sherman at least.
Yes.
At the moment, nothing to activate that Sherman.
No,
he really needs draw. I mean,
gonna die.
Look at the value in Patriarch's hand left here.
Yeah,
and there's second California.
There it is. Oh!
Oh, and the Greyhound.
Yes.
Oh.
Just
that
what
was
he needed right now.
Super important.
And do you trade? Do you take? Ah, no, he decided to play. Yeah, Cobra.
How is he ever getting rid of that California?
Especially, like, I'm almost I'm guaranteeing we're gonna see the We Can Do It, because We Can Do It on just giving any way to give the second California more health is just insane, because only taking 1 damage every turn, and we're seeing a Flampanzer here just to clear the Greyhound like it's nothing.
Yes. Yeah, and another target, right, for the We Can Do It, another unit. Yeah, which is also. Oh, and we will see the balance. That's...
Just how is he gonna get rid of this thing? And 1 operation cost.
Yeah,
that's a really strong card.
A really strong card. Really strong card, yes. I mean, now in the front line.
Okay.
Maybe you can balance it. I mean, delayed consequence.
Oh,
there it is.
Power move. Amazing, actually.
That was really amazing.
He was able to take out the Hummel with that.
But you still, I mean, like you predicted just a weekend, it has to come. Has to come now. Yes, and there it is.
There it is.
And the Sherman. And the Sherman. And the next turn, Flam Panther. And the second California back in front line. Yeah, he would definitely need a winter warfare to have some more chance to reclaim this front line. Otherwise,
The unfortunate thing though is that no matter how high your attack is, it doesn't matter to the second California. That thing's only taking one.
Yes, and like if I counted correctly, he already used 3 sickles, so that also wouldn't help. Oh, and he decided not to take the front line actually.
I'm just letting him come to him, but he's about to pay that price with the Stars and Stripes. 3 damage to everything.
Yeah, and I don't see the took one turn too late. Yeah, I don't see him. Yeah, the problem with the US is that if you don't have a front line, there's really not so many chances for you to draw cards. Like I said, he used already 3 lot of bloody sickles. Then, yeah, there's only 1 left, and now,
that's GG.
That's probably GG. Yes. I mean, what would help is a seaborne invasion, but
yeah, but not in Pauper. So France.
And there you go, France
taking the lead here.
1-0.
Congrats.
Now we're gonna see standard format next.
Very nice first match.
Yeah, well, back and forth. There's times where I thought Ukraine was gonna take it back. It looked like they were getting the swing in the tempo, but just the insane card draws from France over and over. So now we got. Who do we got next?
Now we got standard format, and next match will be played by Koffe-Mark versus List.
Koffe-Mark.
Yeah, so the highest ranked players from both teams. The List, he finished the 31st position. So he also will be playing in the top 38 qualifiers. So yeah, let's see what kind of decks those guys will bring, because that's his standard format. So everything can happen here.
No holding back here, and Koffe-Mark, we're seeing great air. Very just a strong. I feel like it's very strong, and it did take a bit of a punch when they nerfed for the Empire.
What is this?
But for the Emperor now.
What is List doing?
For the Emperor.
List is up there.
Having a Brit UK US.
Yes.
What kind of deck was that? We cannot see his hands.
Yeah, he's not playing in full screen mode somehow. All I see is this.
With Brit US, I'd expect like Brit control, but this Greyhound here kind of throwing a wrench in my brain. I'm not exactly sure what to expect now.
I mean, I still expect that it's gonna be also a plain deck, right? Just with Greyhounds as a front line and support to your support line. As you can see, it's already happening, right? Like he's able to increase the attack of the bombers, but at the same time, the great response from Koffe-Mark.
Been a while since I've seen a Brit US air deck, because most people choose to favor Japan as an ally, but maybe, like I mentioned, the recent nerf, maybe that's what they were thinking. Just we'll go with US this time around. And
do you think that people were actually expecting to see the Alpine in this standard format, and that's why the air comes as a counter?
That too, it's a very strong counter. If you can just deny them immediately at the start of the game, because I feel Brit Air has such a strong early game presence, which so does Alpine, but the difference being that what Britain is putting out is bombers that don't necessarily have to trade. They could just clear them out for free. So that's what I'm thinking. Ooh, and the chin up. That That's when you want to put down that Buffalo, because those units are just going to be giving him +1/+1 on that unit. Now, while we can't see lists in here, what can we kind of just predict here? Just it being an air deck. Rap Lightning, that's definitely one thing.
There, I expect the Sendai to come. Yes.
For sure.
And the Buffalo is back.
Now, what I'm seeing here from Koffe-Mark is that he has the HMS for the Empire, the Empire Strikes combo. So, you know, makeshift carpet bombing right here, able to. So I wonder if he's gonna wait for a bigger board. But then if he's playing US, you also have to think about they could be running We Can Do It, essentially negating a carpet bombing, or in this case the HMS for the Empire. So whenever he's got that in mind, as he's gonna be putting down his air units.
Yeah, and the other powerful card that I expect to come, if thinking about the US as a supporting nation, is the Alliance in this format. That could also be quite powerful.
That's very true. Oh, able to using air support here on a Greyhound, able to take out the Buffalo, and now list here very strong board presence.
But I think that now it's going to be the turn. Yeah, now it's going to be the turn that you mentioned. I just wonder if he's going to play this HMS or play 2 swordfishes. Yeah,
we're going to see the 2 swordfishes.
Yeah.
Look at that powerful board clear now. Establishing his own board here. 2 little swordfishes. They can become big real quick, as we've seen in these air matchups. No, just it's unfortunate we can't see a list's hand here, but we'll make do.
Yeah, I expect also, like, from the US cards that I think in this format work is this P38 Lightning that gives the bomber +2 attack. That also might be the card that we will see. But yeah, difficult situation now. But there is a Sendai too.
Second Sendai. Getting a little difficult here for List. Just anything he's able to put on board is just getting Sendai immediately. Luckily, that's the last Sendai he has to worry about, but
he's keeping his last close air support. Why did he not play it on the second bomber? Maybe keeping it for the HMS then?
An HMS. Just probably looking for something bigger. List here, having to use this turn to just refill his hand. We're seeing a convoy and a mobilization, but that gives Koffe-Mark here a whole turn to just kind of do whatever he pleases. Kind of. Well, we see the second one. Perhaps a finest hour. Oh.
Yeah, that's quite a lot of damage, a lot of threats.
Buffing the Sendai.
What?
What?
Making sure it won't die to, like, maybe a carpet bombing.
So lightning.
Shelling.
Yeah, that's again delaying the consequences.
Does buy him a quick turn, but will it be enough? Because I mean, when you're confident to put a Sendai, to move a Sendai up to the front line, like, things are going your way. Oh, he does choose to play a single air support. Hurricane.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, that's game, right?
That's exactly 10 from the Hurricane. What a top deck.
Oh, amazing, yes.
So, Koffe-Mark equaling the score here.
Man, Sendai playing a huge role in this game, just denying everything the list was able to establish, just denying it, saying, nah, yeah, I'm not gonna let you.
Yeah, I think that the difference in this Japan versus US in this matchup was quite relevant. Japan gives you the air superiority that if he had it, he would be able to remove those Sendais, for example. But US doesn't have that kind of removal, at least we couldn't see. Maybe he had something else, right? Like he could have Stars and Stripe, for example, that could be helpful.
Yeah.
But
The only thing that was coming to mind was carpet bombing, but we didn't see any of them. So, which I'm assuming he was running in the deck, but just didn't have them in the hand at the time. So now we got ourselves a 1-1, and I believe the next format we're going to is Pure War.
Oh yes.
Correct.
I do enjoy this one.
And it will be Pat versus Vadim. And
Okay.
really looking forward to what the players are bringing today into Pure War here.
And again, like as you can see, a new type of decks we haven't seen last week. We haven't seen the air decks. So I think that players were trying to counter the potential Alpine decks by bringing those air decks now.
Which really shows the power of Alpine if we're going out of their way to just develop these decks to counter specifically Alpine, because Alpine is super strong right now, and the kind of crazy how the change of a single card just completely changes an entire deck to be meta.
Yeah.
I mean, the Berserker did a lot to make this deck also way more stronger, but with the change of Obiche, it just became super powerful now.
Yeah, I mean, like before, like at least you were kind of sure that if you have a infantry in the back line, you may be one turn safe before it gets to the front line. Now you just get the artillery, and then all the units can move and attack.
Absolutely,
which is quite crazy, and it's so difficult to stop it, right? Because it's not. I mean, of course there are cards that pin units when they enter the front line or envelope or whatever, but it's still those solutions are quite niche. I mean, it's yet not so established how to really counter those decks in an effective way, right? So so it's not a surprise that people were trying to bring air decks, and then we got the air mirror almost, which is quite surprising. But it ended up being also quite interesting matchup.
Absolutely. So, what do we expect in Pure War here?
What do
Alpine
we
again.
expect?
Yeah.
Alpine again. I expect maybe like a US, Germany aggro again. Maybe similar deck that we saw now. So the Shermans for the draw. Maybe some like just basically US cheap units to outplay the opponent. Maybe that could be faster than the Alpine decks, I think. But yeah, that's kind of the matchup that I expect. Either the Alpine or US, Germany.
I definitely think US is very strong in Pure War, just because US having such powerful deployment effects. They're pretty much makeshift orders in this case, and I would definitely be going US personally in this format, because you're the deployment effects. You got Sherman for draw, you got a lot of retreat. It's just
Second California, which is hard to remove without orders.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you mentioned
even at times with orders.
Yeah, I suppose you mentioned something last week about ambush being so strong in this format. I wonder if someone will, try maybe to tech into this kind of direction. That would be also quite interesting to see. But again, it's so difficult to test those decks. So maybe it's not so easy to in such a short time build something that will be super effective. So maybe people will go in more like established paths, I would say, so things that they've seen so far from others and so on. So but at the same time, again, there is another factor here. Will people try to counter what they saw before? Koffe-Mark in this format before brought the German-US aggro. So I don't know if you remember that game, but it was like a super powerful, super fast. He got like the two Gebirgsjäger in like 2 turns at the beginning. which gave him such a big advantage. So maybe yeah, we're gonna see some fast German tanks too. Who knows?
Oh, and there we go. A little bit of delay here. Not sure what the players. Maybe there has to be some discussion what decks to bring. But here we are now. Vadim for Ukraine and Pat for France, with a 1-1 score, entering the pure war format now. So in this format, no orders are allowed, only units and countermeasures. And looks like, okay, at least we have a US ally here on Vadim's side. Unfortunately, Pat did not manage to send me a correct OBS link here, so we will again only have Vadim's side here, but he's bringing Alpine.
Yeah, it's all a bit like I predicted, right? Like the Alpine versus some, well, in not exactly US, Germany, but Germany US deck. Let's see if the German US deck will have enough draw. This setup. Let's see.
So what are you getting rid of here? Probably the Alpine unit with the Flampanzer, right? Not the Nachschub.
Yeah, that's definitely the target. But I must say, actually, well, he's not able to, or in this format, you're not able to benefit from the fact. But now, when with the Nachschub change, that you can regain credits when killing units with orders.
Oh yeah.
That's also quite a powerful change. But here, yeah, you cannot benefit from this.
Yeah, because there are no orders.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they can be like but it's not so likely that someone will bring cards that actually spawn orders that can be removed.
I think there's only the Heinkel that gives you spoils of war. Is there any other card that is generating orders out of nothing?
Yeah, I was saying this last time that there is this US bomber that gives you the what's the name of that order?
I know.
2-credit order, right? 2-credit order.
There's also that bomber that gives you dive bombing for Germany, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Jew something. But you know, dive bombing in itself's not the strongest card, so I don't think anyone's going to go out of their way to.
No, yeah, and the order is gunship mission, right? But what do you think about these Red Devils that he just Vadim managed to draw now and then put it in the front line? What do you think about that card? Actually,
it can be really strong in the early game to gain that front line on your side, because your opponent needs to spend so much credits to attack this unit, and the 3 healths also help. So he's probably needs to spend 2 additional credits to get rid of this. And yeah, I think it helped a lot here to gain the frontline control, and now suddenly there are 4 units keeping that, and so Vadim can go on from next turn to stack this 88mm there in his support line.
Yeah, that's
about the Red Devils.
Yeah.
What I really like about the Red Devils here is the fact that they have Blitz. That's, I think, a huge game changer, because a lot of times infantry are a bit too slow to get into the front line, but the fact they're able to, if you're on turn 2, you can get one of those up to the front line immediately.
Yeah, it is quite a good card for many matchups, actually. I mean, if you are able to put it in the front line against Jago, for example, it is quite again costly for the opponent to go through it. Right, both because of the increased cost, but also because of the help, like Spooz mentioned.
We're seeing the Panzer 3. I forgot which. There's so many Panzer 3s in this game. Which is this one? The H? I'm not sure, but regardless, it's gone now because from the deep.
So yeah, it's part of the past, so we don't really need to know which one was it.
Yeah,
but maybe we could check with Berto. Maybe he can. He might be in the chat, so he will be able to tell us which one was it.
There's so many Panzer 3s in this game, I've noticed. Like, I've taken the time to just look in the collection. There's so many.
He's not going for the 88 here.
I wonder why not. I feel like it's a strong position to put it in. What does he have to worry about removal-wise?
Oh, you can also put that one, put 1 Red Devil in, and then he's still sitting there with 2 units in the front line and can still play it next turn.
Maybe he was worried for the opponents from the deep. Because he did have 2 credits left over. Pat here. So yeah.
Maybe, yeah. That comet can be huge. I mean, Pat is probably having only one or yeah, maybe max one more guard. So it is only 4 more turns. The question is if he's going that greedy. I mean,
yeah, it's quite greedy actually. When you're thinking about it again, it's just enough for this beach to come.
Yeah.
And yeah.
One big guard, one beach, and then he cannot go any further to the HQ, and then he might lose this. So I think it's better to control the board here.
Yeah, I mean, there is also one. There is also one thing that in this format is not the thread anymore, the encirclement, right? Like if you normally you worry about units getting to the front line because you can get a surprise new unit with the blitz. Luckily here, this cannot happen, but still, putting big units, big Alpine units in the front line, it's scary. So it's better to keep it clean. Plus, I mean, in general, like it's better to trade against Alpine decks, right? Like you don't want the units to get stronger. Nashop is on the board, so that also allows you to, gives the opportunity for the opponent to gain credits, so snowball a little bit more. So yeah, you want to make sure that he cannot do the trades. You have to do them. What is he considering to do?
Yeah, what is he going to do with the Nashop here?
Bolster.
Bolster with Italy ally. Maybe Mar Nostrum?
Mar Nostrum again, like no orders. So
I forgot. So what? Yeah, what is his plan?
It's like his own Flampanzer. I don't know, but also that's not possible. Let's see.
There's a Jet
Bomber. There, Panzer 3L. Now I know.
Panzer 3L, okay.
So is he going for the 3L? Or is he going for the flak?
Yeah, did we see from the deep already?
No. Saw from the deep, but not pad. So, and leaving 2 credits here. I feel like it's also a mind trick.
Yeah, it would be a shame if it was a comet that was.
I would just take from the deep right now because you don't want it haunting you later on. But yeah, as we see right now, he does not have it activated, so he can kind of play freely from here. What can we see from pad here? Let's because from not having any orders, your only way of dealing with these units is just trading them with your own Alpine, but Alpine can be a bit slow at times.
Double neighbor buffer? Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I was after the first one, I was expecting that because otherwise he would trade, right? Like with the plane.
Yeah.
Would be a good trade.
Yeah.
There's the Panzer 3H.
Ooh. All good options.
What
would you go for here, Buzz?
Yeah, I would go for Heinkel, I think. I mean, well, taking the state of the board, he somehow needs to remove those artillery, so maybe 35T would be also a good choice. Yeah, he will trade, but then he's gonna lose this Flampanzer, so...
yeah, the Heinkel has the big advantage that it also gives him draw. He's a little bit short on cards here, so... Probably
we're seeing Pat's own Heinkel.
Yeah, I mean, they maybe need to start looking for those Leopolds on the board ends.
He's finding his Leopold first here is going to win. I mean Vadim is having the Panzer 3 back in hand, right? And the Comet, so he has answers for Leopold here. Unfortunately, we cannot see Pat's hand. Maybe he's already having it in hand.
Maybe.
For all we know, he's just already sitting on it.
Yeah, probably he's now drawing something. I don't know. That's why he played the naked peony. Quite a difficult situation. I mean, the units they are small, but still, in order to get to the bomber, in order to get the artillery, you have to go through. Maybe he could use the comment to trade with Heinkel to remove it.
Yeah, but then cannot
This would
blitz
be
the Panzers Real. That's a little bit
Yeah, he
unfortunate.
cannot
He's
do
one
anything
credit
else.
short.
He cannot do anything else.
Man, if I was Valdem, I'd be like, man, I wish I had a root out the enemy right here. This is just way too perfect.
Yeah.
Ooh, interesting.
Debating
Yeah,
between
maybe
Heinkel and
draw.
his own Yay bomber.
I think he can deploy it. I think he... Yeah, but what is he bouncing? Nothing.
Everything on the board just has really strong deployment effects, so not really worth it here.
Leo? No, there's not a good spot for Leo, because there's still that Panzers Real. Can't get rid of that. Ooh, that was a good...
Another one.
That was important, because now he can get rid of both of them.
And get the Spoils of War. That he probably now is gonna draw with. Oh no.
Establishing more Alpine.
Yeah, that's the big, like, starts to be a threat, right? Like, this board is, even though the health difference was on Vadim's side, right? Now the board state is.
Yeah, I
he
think
has to
he
look
should
for
have
this
managed to
Leopold.
bring in that 88mm at an earlier spot, because now it's just... He really
Think
needed
it's
that
way
on
too
board.
late
One
now.
big artillery that...
Yeah, but that's also, well, now, yeah, it's it's possible, but he needs to trade 2 units.
Well, the ambush is pretty much useless here because he has both an artillery and a bomber here, so.
Absolutely.
All right. I mean, the bomber he cannot attack, but he can definitely attack with the artillery first, and then use any of the units from the front line to trade, which he definitely should do. Otherwise, the position is not the greatest, right?
No, it's not looking. Wonder how he's gonna go about it here. We'll continue to establish. He's also scared of this Yig bomber, I could tell here, because he keeps hovering over it.
Is he keeping that alive?
He is.
Wait, what? No.
No, maybe he had 35
Not
T,
an-
another one. I mean,
Oh, not enabler for the
okay.
third one.
No, yeah.
I was wondering.
Or like, yo, leaving that thing on the board? That's...
Vadim needs something with Blitz here. Or Leopold.
Oh, there it is.
That was just in time.
So he's got 3 damage guaranteed on this Leopold if he were to play it right now, because the 2 Nevils and the Heinkel.
So do you do it?
You can also wait one more turn, maybe. But
He's only risking 3 damage unless I know Beach comes out.
Can get rid of that bomber, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
With the Comet and keep your Leopold for next turn, because then that makes it even harder for your opponent to get rid of it, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, I mean, 4 damage, which makes it 15-14 health difference. So yeah, and then, yeah, he's considering to use the Comet to remove the bomber.
Or what if Comet flipped
What?
into the front line?
Whoa,
That's
he
what we're
went
going face.
Whoa.
Okay.
He's feeling that confident in his Leopold.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't understand why and he moved the bomber to the front line. Why he's not stopping this draw machine.
Up there it is, Theo Beach.
maybe that was too greedy. Yeah, that's quite a lot of damage now. Right.
We see he has a guaranteed way to take out this Leopold if he decides to choose to play next turn.
Yeah, and still have a huge board after that. Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, he has to play it, but
Really tough Leopold because you're sending back pretty much the answers that he's gonna be having for this Leopold. He's probably thinking if there's any other way out of this, but as far as I'm seeing,
No, not really.
there isn't. Oh,
Play around countermeasure here. Like careless talk, maybe. Don't expect this in Pat's hand, but better safe than sorry, right?
lost convoy out of nowhere.
Look at this. Oh yeah, lost convoy. Well, that thing that is. How is the countermeasure called? That when you lose all your. It's Stranglehold, right?
Oh,
where you lose all your credits once you deploy a unit? that would have been the ultimate super play here. And 35T incoming?
I mean, okay, can he survive? I don't think he can survive 3 turns to kill him with a comet. Right, taking into account that we already know that he has the OB chain. Yeah,
and it's deploying that other Alpine unit now.
Yeah.
The only chance that Vadim is maybe having here, moving Marines to the front line, go face with Comet, and then I don't know. Okay, that's.
Oh, that's gonna be.
Auto cannon.
Oh. Yeah, and the first Marine doesn't. First Marine doesn't prevent the damage from autocannon.
It's such a different game when you don't have to care about AoE orders, right? No root out in your opponent's deck, no stars and stripes. So artillery is really, really strong in that format too, I guess.
You can go super wide.
Oh, that's what you don't want to do.
Yeah, it feels bad to be able to.
Sad day when you have to sacrifice your comet.
Going first Marines, 22nd. Ooh.
Into the 22nd.
Into another one, correct. A little bit too late for Vadim, I guess. Needed that draw earlier. Yeah, I think.
It's not looking too hot here for Vadim. He's just 7 health. His opponent's got a huge hand. He only has 2 cards in hand.
Yeah, the artillery is proving to be so strong, like you mentioned. I mean, them and the bomber, I guess, were keys to this game, really. Right.
Getting rid of the 22nd. I think so, huh?
Will he trade, or he will just deploy another Alpine unit? I mean, he still can do it, right? Like he can.
Yeah, he's still having that 3k guy in hand.
The 4th. Maybe he wants to deploy first, get the Alpine buff, and then trade.
I forgot about the Heinkel.
He really should have killed that one with a honey. That face there with the comet, not with honey. That's really backfiring now.
This Heinkel just gave him all the draw he needed.
Yeah.
But is he gonna retreat the Heinkel or this
the Alpine
small
unit?
infantry here?
Yeah, he's going front line 22nd. U88.
Yeah, deploy everything you have.
But look at this. 3 artillery units waiting there. Oh, he's playing with careless talk. Interesting.
He's the one.
I mean, I actually now I remember that he also has a Hellcat, so maybe that was also the idea that why he wanted to I don't know, use the comet to get the face damage to be able to get closer to it, but yeah, this position is still quite difficult. All the units clear, but now we can see something interesting because he will probably trade for one of the units, probably the Heinkel, then he will be able to deploy it, attack, draw.
Yeah, it can steal a
But
lot
will
of
this be
units now.
enough, right? Yeah,
I mean, it's
will
basically
this be
just one.
enough?
After that, it will just die to all these artilleries.
Nash, what you want to see?
Oh no.
Yeah, let's see. I mean, it's still like let's see what he can draw with this if he will go for that play. But I assume that he will go for that play. Or on the other hand, he should maybe trade for the artillery because the bomber anyway cannot attack base. But that gives him the draw. So that's also quite interesting, the sequence of events, right?
What was
we'll
that?
face now.
What was that order?
Playing Nashop. I would have waited before playing Nashop.
Ooh, another U.
First Marine. Or the Panzer, actually, Panzer 35T can, remove the artillery.
Yeah, I went with First Marines. Disabling the careless talker, so he's able.
Oh,
envelope.
no.
Marines.
That was unexpected. Yeah, it's actually quite interesting to see the game, obviously, without seeing what's in the opponent's hand, right? Like
If he would have played at Nachschub before trading the unit, he could have deployed the second U. They would have had 2 on board.
That's why him playing the Nashop. Oh, there's Leopold. I'm not seeing a way out here. He's about to take 4 damage to face.
Oh, he's also playing Stranghold.
What the heck?
But yeah, unfortunately, it's not gonna. And then he's gonna activate it. But
just
but
imagine
let's see.
Pat playing around from the deep. Oh, we already saw from the deep, so Pat should.
We saw from the...
There was no need
but
to
he
play.
Can play the First Marines again.
Save himself a bit.
Yeah.
Just stall real quick.
Yeah, but again, you're just gonna lose all the units, obviously, right? So...
Yeah, no, you're gonna see board clear.
Difficult, but yeah, I don't think that there is a comeback here. I mean, we saw Leopold, we saw Comet already.
Panzer 3L is out, so there's no answer for that Leopold.
Unless there is another Hellcat. I don't remember if you played 1 or 2, but there was 1 already played.
I remember 1 at the bottom of the deck because of either the Panzer 3H or the Boys of War, but yeah. I don't think he's gonna be getting 90 minutes soon. Oh. There it is.
That's game.
And that game.
It's unfortunate. Most of his really powerful cards at the bottom of the deck.
That is it. 2-1 lead for France now. Very long game here. I mean, these
very long
pure war games probably
the
longest.
They're usually the quickest. I think pure war is usually quicker too, because you expect mainly aggro. Well, I think it's gonna be long, singletons here, because I'm predicting some British here, so some Britain.
Yeah, last time I was also predicting, but we saw Germany, US, and also Jaking brought Germany, if I'm mistaken. Yeah, Germany, UK, I think. So there are other maybe options, not only the things that we were considering last time, which is the UK, US RAM. So I'm quite curious again, to see maybe someone will come up with something unexpected, unpredictable.
I feel like if anyone's gonna come with anything unexpected, it's gonna be Ukraine, because I mean they've been kind of just with some of their decks just kind of throwing everything I thought I knew at the window. I
check now how it was in the first game, and Liszt brought Soviet Italy. So let's see. And actually, he might be the player that's gonna be in singleton. Spooz, do you know who are gonna be the players?
Yeah, it will be Liszt versus Koffe-Mark.
Seeing Liszt here trying to redeem himself.
Yeah, and Koffe-Mark last time. Last time it was Vadim that played the singleton, so they swapped. So let's see what's Kowalski can.
So Boss is really well
show
prepared
some-
here, right? With all these
Yeah, I know,
statistics. I
exactly.
like it a
No
lot, man. I
statistics.
like it a lot.
I'm really like
I like
trying
it.
to analyze what's going on
Good
here.
work, good
Yeah,
work.
and lift you as, so it's something else than before we saw before, obviously. And then
Nice.
you
Britain.
can
There's the Britain. Kowalski, Britain.
Britain and US.
yes. And the US Brett.
Oh
Ooh,
wait,
I
there is something mixed up.
Oh, it's mixed up.
Kolbasnik is
Oh,
on
the
top
flag too.
and Liz is on the bottom.
Yes.
That is not
and
correct.
he's and they surrendered.
No, it's the Spooz that surrendered.
Oh, that's
Ah,
Okay.
there we go.
Okay.
I thought this was just thrown in. I'm like, all right.
Interesting. Nice. Nice. Nice to see this feature. I mean, it's not something that you see on daily basis, right? So we can see a bit how this observer mode, this spectator mode is cooking. Quite nice.
It looks very clean. Now, List here played a card that I think it's super underrated, and I understand it's not the best, but I love this card so much. It's the Allied Research Effort, something like that, and I love this card. Just the RNG. You can get something great like a carpet bombing, or you can get something like a Rule Britannia, and it's completely useless to you.
Yeah,
But
it's quite
so
crazy.
fun to me.
I mean, it's actually quite interesting with all those cards that give you elites and cards like this. I mean, the more cards are in the game, the more crazy the outcome can be, right? Like, so it's more like a less and less predictable. And so I expect that at some point this will be maybe reworked and
We'll
to
see.
maybe
Yeah, maybe you can choose if you want to have a unit or an order, and then you can choose out of 3. I mean, at the moment it's just completely gambling.
It is. Nothing like a little game of chance.
But now for us, it's a gamble. What kind of card did he get? Let's see.
Yeah, we don't even know if he picked unit or order.
Yeah, we don't know. But I hope maybe it's Churchill, the new one. It will be crazy card on the US side, obviously.
Very powerful. If you want unit,
Yeah, especially taking into account that the opponent's playing you, the Brits, potentially with the Rule Britannia. If you play Rule Britannia on on the ground units, like he already has Sexton, he already has Grandier Guards. If that would happen and the Churchill would send them back to hand, that would be a powerful move, definitely. But yeah, let's wait and see. It's gonna be a really long.
yeah. Get comfortable.
game,
We're gonna be here for a while.
yeah.
Oh, there it is. There's the Rule Britannia. Grenadier Guard.
Your cards.
Trying to keep track here what cards we've already seen, because once you play one of them, you don't have to worry about this being singleton. We're seeing a Corsair. When was the last time I saw a Corsair? Wow. I think it's a very strong card. I mean, being able to destroy a unit just by itself dying, if you're able to trade units with this Corsair, you're able to get a lot of value.
I also like this Atlantic Convoy in this deck.
That too.
Gives you 2 more units. Ooh.
Ooh. Hurts so much, right?
Oh.
And Sexton is gone, so the pin is gone.
I'm calling. He's gonna get a Jesco from this. Just watch. I'm calling. I'm feeling the Jesco. Ooh, I really like the Biofire. It's such an interesting card, and it's funny when people don't know how to deal with it. But yeah, the Mosquito definitely the smarter play here. I think he also had a choice from another Lancaster, which might have thrown List off here, because he's only expecting anyone should only expect a single Lancaster, it being an elite, but
Ooh.
Oh, that's a powerful
and
play
there.
also.
There we saw the
There's-
strength of the Corsair.
It's so many air units, right? So many air
See,
units.
did I
that
get it
you
right?
want
Aw,
No.
still not a good unit.
Oh no.
He got a 1-drop. I was close.
But I mean, it's also quite crazy that you can get any type of the unit here in terms of the rarity, right? Like I think the last time when Kowalski, I think he played this same card and he got the elite Hellcat, this
Yeah.
plane. And that was quite crazy. I mean, it's it's this.
What?
Ooh,
Liberator!
What?
A liberator!
Liberator out.
where is that coming from? Where is that
As
coming
I
from?
expected, guys. People are getting greedier and greedier and greedier with their singleton decks here.
What if he got the liberator from the research? From the
Maybe
effort?
that.
Oh,
that
yeah,
must
yeah.
be this, right? That must be this.
'Cause I mean, I also believe he could have just put it in the deck and said, you know what, let's get crazy here. Put in a liberator. Why
No,
not?
no, but you might be correct. Yeah.
I'm from the research.
Yeah, I mean, maybe the guys are in the chat, so after the game, they can comment. Where's Liz can comment, but yeah, where's this liberator coming from? But yeah, it's quite crazy. Do you think that he will have a mass deployment then?
Oh boy, I wonder. A mass deployment and a super fortress, or I'm Persian too, still strong. Oh no, I'm thinking of the other card. I'm thinking of special assignment. No, mass deployment. Yeah.
Mass deployment is the one that gives you the unit of the equal
It's
to of the value
3
equal
units,
to
right?
your credit ones. Yeah, it's 3 units. Yes, but
Yeah.
again, so far we haven't seen any ramp cards, so that would be something that he has to first work on to really get the value. But it's a speculation since we don't know. Oh, and that's also really nice. Privateer.
2 more credit than having heavy armor as well, because I'm expecting a Lancaster into the liberator.
Yeah, but then he dies to privateer, right? Yeah.
But leaving 2 bombers on the board, that's scary.
Oh, that's a
16
lot of
credit.
ramping. Yeah, that's a lot of ramping. So confident. I mean, like it's uncomfortable, right? Like it's 11 damage on the other side.
Both sides
And
are
he doesn't
sending.
use it, and he's not
It's like,
planning to use it. Wow.
he's saying, I'll respect your ramp, I'll ramp myself. No, they're both at 16 credits.
Wow. So mass deployment, one step closer.
That's it. I'm looking forward to it. It's always fun. I remember when the card came out, I just went to the training mode with the bots. I just want to see how big of a mass deployment I could get. Such a cool card. Now, his own privateer. And there's a Churchill, unfortunately, though. I don't think that's going to do much.
He can do
It only
Churchill
affects ground, no?
B17. To have a 50-50 to hit one bomber.
Yeah, that wouldn't
that's
be a
true.
bad idea.
Because then now he has to deal with both the B17 and the Churchill.
What else can he do here?
Blackwatch not very good.
Can go Lancaster. Fortunately, not having a bomber to protect, a fighter to protect. Oh, he's going for the 66%.
It's lucky. And the privateer. Oh. Nice, and none of the bombers can be removed by this privateer, so he has to find other solutions. Yeah, Kobasnik looks better at this point, at least based on the knowledge of the cards we see. But yeah, hopefully List is cooking some kind of mass deployment there to save him. Let's see if that's gonna happen. So he played. Which ramp cards he already played? Ooh, there you go. There is the response, and he actually. Oh, I'm going to trade.
Second mosquito here.
So Churchill, Blue Britannia, can be a play.
A mosquito, yeah,
He's
mosquito.
Going to trade it with mosquito, also not bad. Gives them the opportunity to have a way bigger Rule Britannia later.
And also putting a plane to protect the HQ, which is always
Black to top things off.
yeah, and this mass deployment now costs more, right?
Yeah, 12 credits.
If he has it, right? If he has it.
Maybe he top decked it right now. We don't know.
Yeah, how greedy can you be, right? Like, how greedy can you be?
Oh yeah,
Can
how
you
greedy?
include it? I mean, can you include it in this deck or not? I mean, I sometimes I wonder. I mean, some of those decks, especially in this context, it's quite easy to. It sounds like it's easy to build. You just check which elites are there, right? And like Bertus said last week that many of them are auto includes, right? But again, the more cards are out there, the more choice you have, and then you actually have to make decisions. So yeah, do you include the mass deployment or not? I mean, it requires actually also a sequence of ramping that it's difficult to get if you just have one card of each.
Yeah,
So,
you're not having multiple here. You can only go so far with your credit slots. Unfortunate hit here from the B17, only hitting the Blackwatch, which at the moment wasn't a threat. It would have become a threat if we moved it up and played Rule Britannia, but we're seeing the Lend-Lease here.
What is
Ooh,
he?
that Monty.
The Monty will be amazing.
Playing it right away.
And
Avenger.
the Avenger also will be great.
Getting value out of this.
But at the same time, I mean, he could have developed the board more and wait, right? With all the units being pinned. But now there is this room for something to come in there. But yeah, the Rule Britannia on this.
It's looking real scary right now, especially after these engineers here giving all the units +2, which again, such a strong card. I wish it saw more play. We can do it. Also giving the units a little bit more buff. High altitude.
And 2 worst targets.
No, 2 worst targets right there.
Yes. And your own, we can do it. But
how greedy is he gonna get here? Is he gonna? We can do
but
it.
there is a nice play here, right? Like Churchill, Rule Britannia, and then removing the bomber.
Yeah, you're just having an 11/11 infantry unit in the front line, and also that Churchill is becoming a 9/9 heavy armor one.
Yeah.
And one B17 already played from list, so is he having one Avenger left, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, and all 3 targets will be potential targets.
Oh look, he's keeping it. Just going for the Avenger here.
Pioneers finally coming out.
I think that's a big advantage when you go Britain main faction over US, that you have Monty and Shelling in your deck.
Yeah, they're such a powerful cards, right? I mean, like you in US side, yeah, you're not able to. Yeah, the only powerful response is Seaborn to regain the tempo, but here.
What a really bad Seaborn.
Yeah.
Not the best.
I mean that first that Airborne is having Blitz, right? Can get rid of the Avenger.
Yeah, so he can get rid of, but he also was able to do it using the Privateer.
Absolutely, yeah.
And he's gonna trade that way.
Ultra would have been useful a bit while ago, but there's still some orders. For example, carpet bombing. Well, now it's kind of useless with this. We can do it, but I was gonna say the strategic bombing from list. But, and I think we're beyond that point. Rule Britannia looking a little too good next turn.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, unfortunately, it's only doing work on British units, but also that that Pioneer company here.
Pioneer company. And there
There
you
it
go.
is.
Yeah, there it is. Let's see.
Oh my god.
Oh, I hope he has a ramp card in his hand, because then he could.
What is this? 8
Oh.
credits for 4-4. I mean, that's
That's
Catalina, but
Yes.
that is not
And
surviving for
this
too long, I guess.
artillery.
Oh.
The California.
I mean, he's having that in
That-
hand, so he should not care about that California too much.
Nah, do we see the Rule Britannia here?
Probably not.
Or is he just gonna be more? He's probably gonna be more cautious because he's only gonna hit the 2 units.
Yeah, but then he
9.
could remove them, right? Like with California
Yep.
and yeah, all the artillery and the
Yeah.
bomber. But
Imagine if he had ultra'd his mass deployment. That would have been that would have just been depressing.
oh, he's
Oh,
going
wait,
for
I
it.
see.
Yeah, he's also having the
He's going.
Lancaster left, so he sets up lethal with this. Oh, oh no, he's one off. Go face, man. You have the Lancaster.
Yeah, do it, do it. Oh yeah. Still gonna do
Scared
it.
of California.
Yeah.
Wouldn't touch.
This being at 1 now.
Wouldn't
Oh, I thought
Wouldn't it
that he
have
will
been
remove
lethal?
this Pioneer company.
didn't he have lethal with the synthetic rubber?
Did he have enough credits to spend?
Oh, he
Needed
did have
7.
the reduce.
Needed
Oh,
7.
with this one, right?
so-
Not the...
Yes. Yeah,
It's
he
Not
actually
Rule
did
Britannia,
actually
but
have
this one.
synthetic.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
could have put it on any unit, so but hey. I think regardless here. I don't see what list pull out here to come back.
Yeah, he already played a Seaborn. Max 1 Avenger left.
This team's coding in a Leopold for him real quick. But here we go. Good try to clear the board.
Oh!
Oh!
Nice try, nice try,
That
but
was nice
I can
try.
respect.
there's
it.
still a Lancaster, but he did not know.
Yes. But
Well, he had a fighter to protect.
But you see all this RNG, yeah, the mass deployment.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that was such a key factor here. And also the both actually cards, because the Seaborn invasion and mass deployment, they didn't really give the greatest units, to be honest. So
Yeah.
could have been better. Could have been better.
So here we go, game 5.
Yes.
Very
Am I
close
gonna-
series,
am I
as
gonna
you
win or
both
lose money here?
expected. Now we're seeing who was correct here. Is it a 3-2 for Ukraine or a 3-2 for France?
Yes. And who's gonna play? The Kobasin cannot play again.
I think
now,
it might
so I
be
expect
Patriarchal
Vadim
for
to come,
France. That's what I expect.
right? And Vadim probably for
Yeah,
for,
that's probably
Ukraine.
yes.
And then this being standard, right, as the last format.
Yes, that's correct.
So just no restrictions, the best of both sides. Let's see what we got. I wonder.
So
Now
yeah.
here's like where you really got to wonder what kind of decks are gonna bring, because again, no limitations here. Will they go for something meta, or will they go for try to pull Ukraine and take them by surprise?
Very important match. Do you just bring what you're good with, or do you just bring a meta deck, or do you think that your opponent is bringing a meta deck and just try to counter?
Yeah, I like it's difficult. It's difficult. I will say if at any point we are supposed to see the resistances now. I mean, it has to be the deciding match. It would be so dramatic.
Japan, France, right here.
Japan, France, yes.
Okay. Vadim just responded that it's not working on his side, so we see Panpa now.
Unfortunate, but
Yeah,
you know, that's how life be like.
but maybe he can be the MVP here today and
MVP.
get a glorious
Lock it
win.
up.
Yeah, maybe this will also mess up the other side, because the guys don't expect that to happen. So their counters are not gonna count pan.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
that
also
was
think
planned
Panpan
all
being
along.
one of the newer players, he might not have a full collection, and that might be a problem in standard format. So maybe we see, I don't know, a Jagro deck for him, because this is kind of cheap to build,
Yeah,
and there
I
we
was about
go.
to ask. Yeah.
We're
Oh,
seeing
there's
it.
a Soviet.
So
Soviet.
tokens. I'm calling. No,
Okay.
if it's tokens, I swear.
Oh, it's Brick
No, we're
Control
Oh.
versus
Uh,
Alpine, maybe. Why is Pat's view not working? Oh, there we go. Confirmé.
And it is.
Both. Ah, look how he's hovering.
It's
Oh, I
Alpine.
like this.
Oh.
Let us know what you're thinking. So there we go, guys, and chat. Match number 5, standard format. The player that is winning here is taking the win home for his country here today, since it is currently 2-2. And we are facing Pat with Alpine and Panpan with Soviet control.
Yeah,
Who's
those
having-
confusions can be
yes.
strong here.
very.
Since some of the removal, I mean, there is. I mean, I don't know if the matchup is the greatest for the Soviet side in this case, but still the hand doesn't look that bad for now, right?
No, I think the Soviets have a pretty good chance because by the sword is gonna be very powerful because they're gonna have a lot of Alpine units out on the board. Confusion's gonna be for good trades, partisans as well. I will say this Gebirgsjäger right here, kind of negating the confusions though. So it's gonna another unit's gonna have to hit into it with the confusion, or it's just gonna trade it here. Oh.
Also the hammer in the hand.
Yeah,
My god,
the
this looks
hammer,
like an
yeah.
Alpine counter deck.
Yes.
So now, just gonna try to continue developing the Alpine units, but and partisans.
Oh, Panpan with a really nice hand here against this Alpine from Pat.
Yeah, he's just missing some red banners or Euro factories. That would be also a great addition to those cards that he already has in hand.
Yeah, but also the possibility to take out 2 Alpine units just for 3 credits or 4 credits with the operation cost. It's very huge. But unfortunately,
and actually with so many cards in hand and no Alpine units, right?
yeah, it's also kind of bad for Panpan because then he cannot. No, he cannot. Yeah, he cannot get the best confusions here. Oh, but that is
and
huge.
he tops the air power.
Do you know,
yeah, there are
guys?
not so many big tanks in this deck, right?
Actually, I think Panpan can win this with this deck. That would be a story.
It was planned, I'm telling you. Valdin's like, oh no, my internet went out.
Yeah, just let your opponent wait, make them tired and unfocused, and then you just bring in her Panpan with a not full collection, and easy win. Okay, we have this, and then bam, counter
That's
matchup.
why they took so long. They were playing with Punk, like, all right, you're gonna do this. You're just playing practice games.
I don't know. I think that Panpan, maybe he was buying packs, and building quickly, like quickly.
Yeah, that's it.
Guys, send me money.
Yes, and he was just
quickly.
asking for donations and then buying all these packs, growing his connection. I think that was the reason, yeah.
That's why he's got the partisans and the naval brigade.
Only reason. Yeah, suddenly like the meta deck built. Like which cards to craft, which ones. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just raw Heinkel, no blitz. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh.
Can you afford to wait
Like he's
here?
gonna wait. Yeah, he can afford to wait. He's not worried about too much damage here.
What is he then doing? Just playing the by the sword and draw 2 cards? Chill. Move that 3 for.
I mean,
ooh.
yeah. Oh, he's gonna do
Just
it.
going for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That none of these units has been an Alpine unit, so I'm not sure if I
That big of
really agree with
threats.
that.
The only reason I'm thinking is maybe Pumpun's thinking I have another carpet bombing and probably a winter offensive.
Yeah.
But again, like you want to get as much value as you possibly can from each of those cards.
Also Pat with double Enigma in his hand. Through the breach. Go face for 2. And another guard.
the guard. Amazing. Yeah, actually, I mean, the Soviets, again, they really have a good response to a potential Leopold if it comes, right? Like, he could do naval, he could do winter offensive. If that's the biggest threat, then he has the answers.
Yeah, I think with these two confusions, the Alpine units are not really that big of a threat, because he can easily just confuse them. But
We're seeing a first Enigma here.
First Enigma.
Quite a lot of cards.
A lot of cheap cards, so we might see the second one soon.
Yeah, Panpan maybe regrets a bit this carpet now.
Yeah.
Looking
Yeah,
at
so
seeing
this is like,
Ooh.
oh, that KB would have been nice last turn.
Oh, but Pat found the Yak Bomber.
and a beach with all those Alpine units on board. That's already scary. That's already scary.
I'm expecting seeing at least one confusion this turn because everything on the board is at least 3 cost or less. Maybe some trading because you can't let these units live for too long.
Ooh, will he move the guard? Yes, exactly. And now he asked him, okay, now you trade. I don't need to use my credits. You have to use them. Which is quite smart tactics.
Very. Probably the 5-5 and 2-3, just easiest way around this. Really
Yeah, maybe, but he could have traded the smallest unit and then remove it with the Jag Bomber, right? He could send it to hand and then take the front line. That could have been quite powerful too. Now he's considering to play it, but yeah.
A lot of stuff, a lot of things to consider. Do we see an offensive play or defensive? He also has the.
Looks like he's going for the beach, yeah. Giving him a 5-4 artillery.
Go base.
And running out of time. Yeah, left 3 credits.
Ah, I hate this. Intersection.
Oh, that's interesting to see. What is that countering really, or what's that
The only
doing
thing
in
comes
this
to mind
deck
is
really?
through the breach.
Yeah, I mean in this specific matchup, right? But if you put it in the.
In general, you're right. I don't know, like what his unit. Well, would it be countering this?
And now it's gonna actually, if there is a through the breach, he could counter it, but no, not in this hand. But Panpan's still looking quite good in this situation.
Yeah, he's also having not that many cards in hand, so even if Pat gets rid of his hand here, he's not getting the most insane Enigma value.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Trying to get the draw here from Alpini.
Another 35T.
He's got a way to take up this Wrath Lightning. overall pretty good play.
I'm pretty sure Panpon is just regretting playing that carpet bombing on 7 or 2 units.
Oh, and now we see, can he do any smart confusion play? Or you rather confuse and kill the artillery after killing this
And also
damage
play a naval brigade maybe on that 5-1.
Yeah. Ah.
Okay, he wants to do it with the Euro factories. Also not
Wants
bad.
to get a little bit. Wants to get that board presence, or at least get something on the board. He doesn't have much.
Oh, that cannot be sent back to hand from the Yak Bomber.
That's
smart.
True. That's smart.
Bergsieger. I think that partisans can be, if it's coming in the right spot, it can be just the winning move here. For example, yeah, on this Gebirgsjäger. Into that 4-6. Oi, oi, oi.
Huge trade.
But also huge board here.
Oh, and is he gonna go for the Enigma? Only draws him 3 cards, but I don't know. Maybe he won't get much of a chance to use it. Is he gonna wait?
Yeah, he has to do it now. Ooh, he's not going for it.
He's
Spiring.
bump on here. He needs his draw too, like another from the sword. Again, the British one. I don't. In this situation, I think probably the German one would have been better. The V1 flying bomb, because all these units are very low cost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been the nuts. So can he get away or get a good player with synthetic rubber maybe? Going for the research. For the Raider. Finding another Skyrim.
The German one now? German one?
Ah.
No, and again, gotta go again. But will he? Okay.
He's probably not worried. I wouldn't have to be worried about orders in this case. When you're playing against Alpine, they're not really running removal orders. Or is he? Yeah, he's gonna go.
Oh, going for the okay.
I'm not expecting. Well, Bletchy could be kind of strong because all these units, but like, will he survive long enough? Especially with the pad drawing a comma here. Will he survive to reach Bletchley?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he can survive. I mean, he still has a potential partisans next turn if any of those units from the back are moved. I mean, both of them are moved.
There. Finally see the Enigma.
Good partisans play next turn.
Yeah, definitely.
So
I feel like he has to at this point. Alpine units are just getting stronger and stronger.
that's 6-5.
That can't be targeted by
Oh,
orders,
and he got a Euro factories.
Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing play. He can clear the whole front line, get the 4-cost German unit on top of that.
And get himself a 4-credit unit here.
Yeah, exactly.
What are we gonna see here?
Ooh.
Again, something that cannot be removed by the Yak Bomber.
Yeah, he keeps getting these units that cannot be touched by the Yak Bomber. Ooh, but that Obich is. Ooh.
Do you agree with this play here of removing the? I forgot their name. And here the 2-1s instead of the 3-3 in the front line. That's more of a threat.
Yeah, it's close, I guess.
Questionable.
Wow.
See this Gebirgsjäger getting the go face here.
Yeah, that's
a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. And how do you remove it? How do you remove them? All those units. Oh, this doesn't really.
That doesn't really help.
Nope. Is synthetic rubber helping in any way?
No,
No.
don't think so. He'd only get 1 unit. Bad Fury, that'd be insane, but no. I think his best bet is to put down the guards. But, you know, he doesn't have enough credits to attack something with the plane here and then be able to put Blackwatch and 83rd Naval Brigade to be able to take something out. He's 1 credit off.
Yeah, plus this comet in the hand.
Blackwatch doesn't hit anything.
He could
Let's see.
potentially use actually synthetic rubber on the Blackwatch.
Yeah, but
That's true.
what he's not knowing that there's a FW sitting in Pat's hand.
Yes.
The Yag Bomber, you're right.
So I think the double guard would have been his only out here, and he's doing it. So
Yeah, he's gonna do it.
well played.
Which,
But that's still it,
it's
right?
still lethal.
Yeah.
Yeah, he will be into the 83rd. Good burst figure takes that out, and then the back, the 7-9 can still move and attack. Or just the Yag Bomber.
Yeah, so that's game, right?
That's
Should be
game.
7, 8, 9, 10. Pun Pun, like I think this shows how powerful Alpine can be, because Pun Pun I feel like had all the answers, and Alpine still came out on top.
Absolutely. If they start snowballing, it's so hard to get rid of them. And that's why France with a close win here today. So really congrats on
3-2.
predicting that match correctly. I mean,
Yeah,
it was very
congrats.
close, and Pun Pun really had the chance to win here with an insane opening and good matchup. But I think that's like carpet bombing. He should have just drawn with By the Sword and played at carpet later. It would have brought him into a way better situation. But overall, good series and well played from everyone.
Yeah, really well.
And that really made me looking forward to the next matches this week, starting with Germany versus Greece tomorrow.
That's gonna be an interesting one.
So I think Germany has to win against Greece to have a chance to advance to the semifinals. After France winning today, they might be in a good spot to advance to the semis. But I think it's not guaranteed at the moment.
Yeah, it depends on the result from tomorrow's game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because in case Germany wins with Greece and Greece wins with France, France can still be out. I mean, we will have to count the number of games they won. So yeah, that will.
That's what I also liked about
tomorrow, right?
About that format. That until the last match, nothing is decided.
Yeah.
And yeah, but today's match is decided. France taking the win here with 3-2 against Ukraine. So, any last words from you guys?
Congrats to the teams, to France and also to Ukraine for a great performance today. And good luck tomorrow for the other opponents in that group.
I look forward to seeing what other stuff comes down the line. These matches are just getting close, you know. Just anything is possible here, and expect the unexpected. So I'm excited to see what happens.
Cool. Thanks again for being here, guys. Really great job. I liked it a lot. I think the chat too, and I hope to see you again on this one here.
Yeah, for sure. Anytime.
Cool. Sure. Of course.
Guys, thank you all for watching. As I said, tomorrow Germany versus Greece. We're going to see who's taking the win there. Yeah. Stay healthy. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.